As I understand the matter, it was Zath who declared war on him before he was even born. I don't believe Edward would ever be suicidal, under any circumstances. He might undertake something extremely hazardous if he thought the stakes justified it. She went on the offensive. Explain to me how this mana affair works. I know that he can collect it from his followers, and in large amounts it can act like magic. I know that Zath is supposed to have more of it than anyone else. Suppose Edward does challenge him to a duel. What happens? Do they toss thunderbolts at each other? Pinckney frowned, drumming fingertips on the tablecloth. Perhaps, if he ever got that far. Strangers have certainly slain natives that way. It is, however, extremely rare for one stranger to assault another directly. A duel, as you put it. I'm not sure I can truly answer your question. He hesitated, then turned his head to peer along the table. Prof, you're our expert in such matters. The one they called Prof was slender and sandy-haired, with a pedantic donnish manner. Alice had already decided he was no leader, for men would trust his memory and intellect but not his judgment. He gave the impression that he should be peering at the world through very thick glasses, yet none of the Olympians wore glasses. Now he brightened at this invitation to pontificate. There isn't much known, just hearsay. I doubt thunderbolts because it would take as much power to throw one as it would to block one. Both sides would lose mana. I'm assuming that the contestants are rather evenly matched, of course, which would not be the case here. I think it would be more like arm wrestling. They both push until one goes down. Then the loser is at the winner's mercy. Pinckney aimed an oily I-told-you-so look at Alice. One thing Zath does not have is mercy. No one was eating, all waiting for her reply. They wanted her to say something like, "Oh dear, then I had better go and find Edward and tell him to stop it at once." She was damned if she would. Whatever he was up to, he would have calculated the odds, weighed the ethics, and made his decision in ice-cold blood. It was none of her business, and she would not interfere. She spoke along the table to Prof. Rawlinson. How fascinating. Then where does the mana go? If say I have 5 pounds of mana and you have 7, and I challenge you to a duel, then you win, so I have none left and you have 2 pounds of mana, that is? Prof blinked a few times. No, I don't think so. I think you have none and I have 12. That remark elicited a few surprised glances. The foghorn boomed out again. Really? You sure of that, old man? Fairly sure. Damn it. So Exeter is not just likely to die, he's liable to make Zath stronger than ever? Pinckney also seemed to doubt. How can you know that? Prof shrugged. I told you it was hearsay. Don't think of it as arm wrestling, then. Think of a tug of war. Winner gets the whole rope. It's the great game, he protested, apparently feeling his word was being doubted. Alice detected an open goal and kicked. Well, you admit you are not sure. Perhaps Edward knows something you don't?